Good afternoon. The Philippine Consul General in Honolulu says authorities might take long to identify the bodies of those who died in the catastrophic Hawaii wildfires given their severe damage. Hawaii Governor Josh Green says at least 101 people have been killed in the wildfires. According to Consul General Emilio Fernandez, local authorities have yet to identify the victims. Citing local authorities, Fernandez says identifying the remains would take time because of the severe damage sustained by the bodies. He adds that those who have been missing, who have missing family members were instructed to submit DNA samples to facilitate the identification process. According to him, authorities have not been able to provide the nationalities of reported casualties. But the Consul General says they are continuously responding to the concerns of the public, adding that emergency consular services in Maui resumed today with the goal of visiting wildfire-stricken Filipinos. President Bongbong Marcos also gives assurance that the government is monitoring the situation of Filipinos affected by the wildfires. Negros Oriental 3rd District Representative Arnie Teves is facing yet another case for murder, this time for the deaths of 3 persons in 2019. Prosecutor General Benedicto Malcontento confirms the case has been filed before the Negros Oriental Regional Trial Court. Aside from Teves, charged were Hannah May Sumerano, Richard Cuadra, Jasper Tanasan, Alex Mayagma, and Rolando Pinili. They were charged for the deaths of Michael Dungog, former board member of the 3rd District of Negros Oriental, Lester Bato, a bodyguard for a mayoral candidate, and Pasito Libron, an alleged hitman linked to Teves. All three were killed in 2019. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says Negros Oriental is the initial venue of the case, which will later be transferred to Manila. The local government of Taguig denounces allegations that it rejected Makati City's offer to provide free school supplies to 14 public schools caught up in a boundary dispute between the two cities. In a statement on Tuesday, the Taguig City government says Makati City Administrator Claro Certeza was, quote, again lying about Taguig rejecting Makati's offer to continue providing school supplies to public schools. The Taguig City government adds that Certeza alleges the offer was made during a meeting called by the Department of Education on July 18, but the Taguig City government claims Certeza was not present there. The Taguig City government claims that during the meeting, Makati City Mayor Abby Binay, quote, threatened to close down the affected public schools unless the Taguig City government pays for the school buildings or rent. In response, Taguig City Mayor Lani Cayetano said, quote, the issue of ownership or reimbursement should be deferred as it is only a distraction from the pressing matters, adding that the focus should be the upcoming Brigada Escuela and opening of the school year. The Taguig City government says DepEd had agreed to Cayetano's position by the end of the meeting, mandating the transfer of management and supervision of the affected public schools from Makati to Taguig and Pateros. Binay reportedly went along with this and withdrew her threats. For a smooth and quick transition, Taguig says it had asked Makati to provide its data on the number of students per level and city-hired school employees, types of benefits given to these students and teachers, and other relevant information or plans it has for EMBO schools, but the latter ignored its request. The Makati City government has not responded to the Taguig City government's latest remarks. President Bongbong Marcos announced the suspension of classes and government work in Metro Manila and Bulacan on August 25 to give way for the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 opening. The games will be held at the Philippine Arena in Bocaue, Bulacan for its opening day. The palace says the suspension was made official by Memorandum Circular No. 27 signed by Executive Secretary Lucas Bersami. The memorandum states that the suspension is part of the government's commitment to wider involvement and participation in sports promotion and development. It is also to extend its support and assistance to the Philippine Sports Commission in ensuring the safe, orderly, and successful conduct of the event. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. PNP Internal Affairs Service orders charges against Navota's police chief and 11 others involved in the killing of 17-year-old Jemboy Baltasar. Three more murder cases filed against Negros Oriental Representative Arnolfo Teves. And Taguig LGU denies allegation it rejected Makati City's offer to provide free school supplies to 14 public schools caught up in the boundary dispute, calling it, quote, false narrative. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.